$11 p.m.? Can't go to sleep that early. No. I understand it's late. Hello. 11 p.m.? Can't go to sleep that early. Good evening. I will be with everyone in just a minute. Alright everyone, hello and good evening. I understand it's a little bit late. I felt like doing some late night gaming and figured I might as well stream it. I understand it's probably not the best for everybody's schedule, but I guess people can also catch up on it later if they wish. So let me get one more thing done here. Hello, David Ray. Welcome. Hope you're having a nice evening. Please let me know if volume levels are good. So this is Die Hard for the NES. It's a pretty obscure game, I would say. You don't really hear too many people talk about it. It's pretty cool, though. Although I have to admit that I've never made it right to the end. I've gotten what I think would be close. It really follows the movie pretty accurately, kind of. I mean, I don't think it's exactly the same, but it kind of tries to put the story elements in place. Most people have probably seen Die Hard. Maybe it's kind of an old movie now, I guess. They always kind of show it around Christmas. It's close enough to Christmas. I figured we would give it a play. Well, yeah, I hope everybody is doing well, and we'll just be getting started in just a second. Close enough. I mean, there's also the age-old debate of, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Honestly, I could watch it any time of the year. The Christmas elements are very subtle. I mean, it's kind of in the beginning, but then once the the terrorists take over and stuff, it's not really really that Christmas focused anymore. But with that, I mean, you can even see from these cutscenes here, it really tries to be like the movie. But so with that, let's press start. You get two options here. And we're gonna do beginner, because you gotta beat beginner before you can take on advanced. And I like how it becomes like an overhead game. And you start out super weak, but once you get the machine gun, you're actually pretty OP. So like, as long as you can like avoid the first guy, and then you get his gun, you pretty much have a license to just spray bullets at that point. Because there is just so much ammo for the machine gun that you really don't have to feel kind of guilty for just spraying it everywhere. So the point of this game is that there's 40 crooks, they call it. I mean, 40 crooks, terrorists, bad guys. You want to defeat as many of them as possible. They drop items and other things that you're going to need, but otherwise it pretty much follows the story of the movie, where you have the locks down there, and that time is actually accurate. Like 3 minutes 30 seconds, it will go down. Literally 1 second equals 1 real world second. And you have 4 minutes per lock, and then once they're all unlocked, the game kind of ends, but not really. Then it kind of proceeds to the next phase where the people go to the roof. If you've seen the movie, you'd understand. If you haven't, definitely watch Die Hard. I recommend it. I wasn't a big fan of some of the sequels. The first one was very much my favorite. Another thing that you have is the feet meter, because in the movie he takes his shoes off, and Basically, walking on glass and stuff will reduce the meter, and having that meter allows you to run around, but it will gradually decrease even if you don't walk on glass. Also, going upstairs really reduces your time for some reason, so it's really better to use the elevator. And as you saw right there, pressing start, I have 171 bullets for the machine gun. So you really have no excuse to not just kind of spray it everywhere. And once you pick up the radio, you also get messages from Hans. Well, I mean, they're not to you, but you can listen in to kind of find out where enemies might be going. So there might be a guy coming off the elevator here, as I expected. And it's nice. The game actually gives you quite a bit of health, so you never feel like, you know, it's too unfair. It's not like getting hit by one bullet kills you or something like that. Yeah, see, I agree, David. It's not really a Christmas movie. So see, you know, you just kind of spray bullets like that. It doesn't really, you know, change the fact that the enemies really spam you, though. So yeah, I'm probably gonna need a second to get used to everything here, but yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, actually. Like, whoa, like, how do I, oh yeah, okay, so did I run out of a machine gun, or what did I do? Oh, I dropped the machine gun. Okay, so that is one problem, is that when enemies hit you, for some reason you sometimes drop items. And I'm not sure what the logic there is. I guess, you know, enemies drop items when you attack them, therefore, or when, yeah, so you should drop items too. I don't know. And there's also vending machines around because, you know, remember the part of the movie where John McClane regained health by drinking soda pop? I totally do. So that's kind of, you know, what we're doing there. And otherwise, we kind of just want to work our way up to the top. I think defeating as many of the enemies as possible. Just wait for the elevator here. You always gotta be ready, because sometimes people come off the elevator. This game looks painful. It's not that bad. This takes some getting used to. I need to get back into the groove again. I just kind of got the itch to try and beat it tonight, so I thought maybe other people would enjoy watching that as well. Alan Rickman was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, he was great. So sometimes you can also regain... I mean, as Snape also, he was absolutely fantastic. You can regain feet power, which I lost quite a bit of because I was walking on too much glass back there. And we gotta get those guys who just kind of come out of the door like that. And see, that's what you do. Like, the second you see a guy, you just spam bullets. And again, we have 142 machine gun bullets. No big deal. I do like that it's kind of a maze. It really does give that feeling of, you know, you don't know where you're going. And when there's something that wouldn't normally be in your line of sight, it kind of blacks it out so that you can't see it. I like that element of suspense. It's kind of annoying at first, but you get used to it. There's not usually anything in any of these doors, so with that we can proceed up to the 35th floor. We can also break this vending machine. And for some reason, yeah, when you use the stairs, you lose 30 seconds. I'm not sure what the logic with that is. It doesn't take that long to walk upstairs. So one of the locks is gone. Theo, lock one's down. It's been about half an hour to go. And as you see, if you press start, we're now on the second lock, which has another 4 minutes going down. And we're just kind of getting spammed here. I need to get my my dodging game back. Ugh. Thankfully, you can kind of duck behind walls, but it can be tricky sometimes. I think there was another guy here. Yeah, he's like running in a circle. There we go. And here's a rocket. I'm not entirely sure what it's for. I don't remember him using a rocket in the movie. I don't think so anyway. There was the rocket that blows up the armored car. So I've noticed that in the past when playing this, there's a few different kind of item placements. They're not like drastically different. Like here's a blueprint that you can go down to the 5th floor. Although I don't think I've ever actually done that. I don't know how you get down to the 5th floor. But otherwise, things are kind of how I remember them so far. How do you, one thing I've never figured out is how do you select the C4? Pressing B, or rather pressing select, I can change what the B button does. Like in this case, it throws a flash bomb. But I can never get to the C4 by pressing select, so something doesn't feel right about that for whatever reason. It does feel like a random game of the day for sure. I definitely think that, you know, that's a fun way to utilize streams. It's just to play some random games sometimes, even if it's at 11 p.m. Thank you to everyone who's joining. Sorry to ruin your sleep schedules completely. This does kind of feel like a game that you have to play at night, though. It's not really a daytime game. Don't know how long we'll play for, but hopefully we have some fun. Did I get the key? No, there's usually somebody on this floor who drops the key. And I don't think like you have to go up to the door in order to make them appear, but it does seem like sometimes they don't really show up until after you've checked it out. Like, it's probably this guy. Like, yeah, he had the key. There you go. And then again, I dropped the rocket after I got hit. I don't understand the logic of why I have to drop weapons when I get hurt. I can't think of any other games where that really happens. Like, there's Wario Land, I guess, where, you know, he drops coins, but not crucial weapons. You know, it's not usually something that you drop after taking damage. I need to spam the gun again. And again. So yeah, once you realize that there's not really any consequence to spamming the machine gun, you can really have a field day with it, and the game's not nearly as difficult. So once you have the radio and you get up to the top of the building, he calls for the police. So kind of like the movie, kind of not. He doesn't, I don't think, go to the roof to do that in the movie. I can't tell you if I'm if you're correct about those actors. Movie knowledge isn't something I'm usually too good with, but Die Hard's an epic movie. So what we want to do is we want to go all the way to the farthest vent, I think. And going through this one, I don't think I've ever had someone shoot at me while I was in the ducts, despite the fact that that message sometimes comes up. Now, one problem with going into the vents, though, is that it causes you to drop your machine gun, so I still have the ammo, but crawling into the vent means that I no longer have the actual machine gun on me, so I can't use that ammo until I defeat another terrorist who also had a machine gun, and, you know, take theirs. So that's definitely a pain, or rather, you know, a reason you probably wouldn't normally want to, you know, climb into the vents, but you kind of do need to use it to get somewhere sometimes. So if I go in here, I can get more machine gun ammo, which I don't need. We're going to want to save the feet power because we are going to want to, I think, you know, have the ability to run later. Sometimes you also have to shoot doors open, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess the logic is that you're shooting the lock or something like that, but it's kind of not clear. So there you go, lock 2 is open. And for some reason that takes the elevators out of commission. I've never understood the point of that. The movie display. I do know about some movies, typically older movies. I'm not someone who, I mean, before, you know, when theaters still existed, they're kind of not, I guess, the most relevant thing anymore. I didn't go see movies too often. The last movie I saw was like the Sonic movie, like the day before everything started locking down. Good movie though. Okay, so now what we want to do is get rid of you. That was actually a pretty lucky shot. Only the blue ones have machine guns though. The green guys typically aren't as strong. The blue guys have machine guns, so when you defeat them you can pick them up, which is nice. So we can't go to floor 30 because he says that the hostages are there. So we guess we'll go to floor 31, which I think is the last floor we haven't been to yet. And the door opens, and we have 23 crooks to go, and we're on the 3rd lock with 3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining for that. Gotta get more soda cans, refill that health, and feet power, still got 3 blocks of that, which is nice. And there, we can get my machine gun back. Oh, 2 guys, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we got detonators now. I actually don't know what the point of that is. Of course, in the movie, I mean, you get the detonators, but I don't know if in the game they actually serve any purpose. I don't think he really does anything with them in the movie. He just kind of stops the terrorists from using them. And again, the C4, which you press select. Oh, now, okay, now I can get to the C4. And whoa, I didn't actually mean to drop it, I meant to run. It probably hurts me too, but okay, so fascinating. So now I can select the C4. Which is weird, because I could swear I had some earlier and it wouldn't let me select it. Let me get that foot power back. Alright, so now 20 crooks to go. And we still have lots of time in terms of the bombs. And I think that you actually have to, like, run out of time in order to progress with the game at some point. So Sergeant Paolo shows up. And he can somehow, from the base of the building, see where terrorists are sometimes, and he'll tell you, like, floor 32, south area, or something like that, which is kind of funny. Not sure how he would see that from the bottom, but I guess we're not going to complain. Gotta get some health back. And at this point, it's kind of just, you know, wandering to see where enemies that we didn't defeat might be, because they're constantly moving. Like, they don't just kind of stay in one spot and wait for you. They'll typically take elevators and stuff. So with that said, maybe we should go... Oh, someone's shooting at me from behind. And it's just a green guy, so not too difficult to defeat. I already got that. So yeah, let's go activate the elevator. Oh, south side 34th floor. So I'll activate this elevator. And sometimes you get lucky and people will come out of it. And if not, we'll go up to the 34th floor. Nope, no one in it that time. No, do not know Cinema Wins, but I definitely recommend watching the first Die Hard. If you're gonna watch any of them, the first one's a classic. Definitely recommend it. So okay, so there's a terrorist guy. Is that a grenade? Okay, so there's at least 2 guys here, which is nice. And once again, we have 183 bullets. I think the max you can hold is like 200 something. It's not 255. It's like 280, I think. You know, you would think 255 because that's, of course, you know, 1 byte. It would make a lot of sense. A lot of games, like Metroid, you can only hold 255 missiles, for example. So that makes a lot of sense. But not sure where the number 280 comes from. And the foot power. Does the foot power go down if we just walk? Does it only go down if we run? Maybe I should just be saving it if that's the case. I'm not going to run anymore, and we'll see if it continues to go down. 32nd east side. So I guess we'll... Might as well use the stairs this time, I guess. Which, again, I don't know why that waits 30 seconds. So the police armored car explodes as the rocket slams into it. Theo exclaims, and the quarterback is toast. It tries to be a little too accurate to the movie. Like, I don't know if there's any point to that car exploding. Or, I mean, it's just, you know, it happened in the movie, so it has to happen in the game as well. So was that the terrorist on this floor? I think they said east side, but they were kind of in the middle there. Also, one thing that can happen is you can fall out the windows and die. So, like, if you just, you know, gave up, you could just jump out for whatever reason and, you know, it would give you a game over. And that's the thing, too. Dying or losing all your health and various things, well, it's an instant game over. There's not, like, you know, a second chance. You have to start all the way from the beginning again. And enemy bullets can also push you out the windows, which kind of sucks. Anyone on the elevator? Yes! That's sometimes a good way to get the terrorists to appear. So 13 to go. Where should we head now? And by the way, good evening, everyone. Thanks for everyone who took the time to join me tonight. I know it's a little bit late. Die Hard just kind of felt like a game to play later at night. If all things go according to plan, I might stream again tomorrow in the afternoon, though, around 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So keep an eye out for that. Retro Replay with the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Hello, Loco Nab. Welcome. Cinema Wins. Okay, I'll consider checking out the channel. Thank you very much. Alright. I think we're going to check the upper floors again. We're going to have to see, did I lose any foot power even though I'm not running? We're down to 2 now, and I don't think I've ran at all. But yeah, so hope everyone's having an excellent evening. There's a guy, and he had a soda can, so I mean, we're just gonna drink from his soda can. It's probably not the most sanitary thing, but I guess you can't be picky when you're in a, you know, a situation like this one. And what is that? That's the 4th lock almost done. So we're just kind of gonna try and get as many terrorists as we can in this time, I guess. And where did he go? And there you go, the spam got him. I know this is kind of funny, everyone else is playing Super Mario All-Stars right now, and it's like, nah, let's go play an NES game. So that's the 5th lock now that they're on. And there's sometimes where there's doors like this one that you can't open. Not sure if you ever get the chance to go in there. But, yeah, so let's see. If I get to the top floor, I really don't want to... Oh yeah, I never got this. Go into the vent again? Because that would cause me to lose my machine gun. And with 244 bullets, it's kind of a nice thing to have. Alright, anybody up here? And so we're still at 2 foot power, so obviously not running does help. Maybe that's a strategy I need to employ should the unfortunate happen and we need to start again, is not run so much, but it just feels so good to go faster, obviously. Also, the perspective of this roof is just so weird. Someone on 33rd floor south side. Okay, well, I'm gonna walk there as fast as I possibly can. I think that because Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed this game, it kind of gets a bad rap, which there's a lot of games that the AVGN has reviewed that aren't actually bad, but it's obviously, you know, a comedic thing, and he has some very valid points about, you know, problems that this game possesses. Overall, though, I definitely think it's worth checking out. It's pretty fun. So now 34th West Side. Okay, well, I think that's what I'm closest to, so we're gonna go there right now. Alright, that should be somewhere right around here. Oh, no. Oh, ugh. Sometimes it feels like you don't shoot. I feel like because so many of their bullets are on screen, you try to shoot and like they don't load for whatever reason. It's like sprite overload. We're gonna see, is anyone in this elevator? Yes! So many times someone comes out of that elevator. Down to 9 crooks and only 7 seconds left for that last lock. Milesluigi is just very busy with other things right now. We ran helicopter transport to the hostages on the roof. Okay, so I don't think that you can go to the roof yet. And you would think that, you know, maybe this means that they're moving the hostages to the roof, so now you can go to the 30th floor, but you still can't do that. We also got those blueprints at one point that said something about the 5th floor. I have no idea how you get down there. It's so weird. But yeah, Milesluigi is just very busy with other things. He has a Discord channel where you can probably find him and, you know, chat with him sometimes if you wish, but otherwise he's just doing, you know, those dastardly real life things, unfortunately. But he's still around, so, and he's doing well, so hopefully he has the chance to do some more video things, related things at some point, but yeah. Yeah, so I have the detonators, so they can't set off any kind of bomb or anything like that, which is pretty good. Oh, that was the sound of the elevator. So when you hear that ding, it means that someone's getting off the elevator, so now we gotta go all the way back. Yeah, 1 foot power left, even though I haven't done any running, so that kind of sucks. Like, whoa, there's a guy with a white shirt. What's up with that? Where did he go? Did he go into one of the doors? What was with that? I would have loved to have taken out that guy. That would probably have been something cool, but I don't know where he disappeared to. Because we're still at 9 crooks. No one. Hello! Don't worry if you haven't been notified. We only started a few minutes ago, actually. I guess it's probably been like 10-ish minutes? 10-15 minutes, but thank you for joining us. We're playing a little bit of Die Hard on the NES and trying to figure out how to beat the game. Again, I think we actually just have to, you know, wait for the clock to run out now. In terms of, you know, 2 more minutes. And then I think we need to get to the roof, so maybe we'll just go there now. Yeah, that guy with the white shirt. I would have loved to have taken that guy out. I wonder what he would have dropped. If anything. Watch, it's probably nothing. So only the vault is left. Actually, I don't think... So this is actually like a really good way to waste time, I guess, if that's something that you want to do. Because again, it kind of feels like in order to progress with the game, you just have to do that sometimes. So there's actually a couple guys here. So that's down to 7 now. Can I select the grenade? So like, I keep picking up a grenade, but I don't even know what that does. There's a lot of things about this game that aren't explained, I suppose. Alright, so up to the top floor we go. By the time we get over there, it's probably gonna have that, the vault open. Okay, another guy. You really have to spray because the bullet hit detection is really precise. Like, it's literally like 2 pixels tall and 2 pixels, yeah, 2 pixels high and low and wide. So you really got to be a little bit precise with it. So that's why spraying is pretty much the best technique there. So 6 seconds. Is there any reason to like be on the roof? Okay. I shut down the power and the vault is open. We're in. So that's how the movie goes. But without the detonators, our plans are destroyed. We must escape quickly. So I thought that you had to go to the roof, but maybe it's because I don't usually pick up the detonators. Can I do something with the fire hose? Because of course that's how the movie works, is he's on the roof, He starts getting attacked by the helicopter guys, and then he uses the fire hose to jump down. Is that doing anything? Well, okay. I thought that I had accidentally jumped off and destroyed myself for a second, but that's an incredible picture of John McClane. Wow, it's just like I'm watching the movie. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So I'm so close to that window. There was the guy with the white shirt again, though, and there's going to be someone coming out this elevator, maybe? I can't run or move. I can pick up this pop, though. So it probably seems like the more crooks that you defeat, maybe the less that you have to face there. And yeah, that's a game over. So that's really interesting. So we actually made some kind of cool progress there. Where obviously we picked up the detonator for someone, but the what guys have which items seems random. So I've definitely played this game before and have never found the detonator, so that's interesting. I guess we'll try one more time, at least one more time. Probably try a few more times. For everyone who wasn't here for the beginning, this is how it starts, and you end up in a room like this one, and all you have is the crappy pistol. So unfortunately, until you can find one of the guys with the blue shirts, you really don't get a worthwhile weapon. But this should go faster this time now that we kind of understand what we're doing. And we can definitely waste time with the stairs should we desire. So let's do like a really well placed shot. Yeah, these guys are really hard to defeat when you don't have the machine gun to fight back with them at. Ugh. Okay, there. It only took like 5 health, but now that we have the machine gun, and again, you instantly get like 99 bullets, so nothing too difficult to have to worry about. And we're not gonna run, or should we run? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's interesting. We made some interesting progress, and we're gonna try and replicate that. So let's take the elevator. And there's always someone comes out from there, and wow, this is kind of squeezing between that bullet spread. No, I wanted to get in there. Is there gonna be another guy on it? Okay, I was gonna say that would have been a really quick, someone getting on that elevator and getting off. Now we'll go up to the 33rd floor. Hello, Rich Ambler. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. Rich Ambler. Hopefully everyone saw my absolutely epic interview with him. He was the first runner-up in the Nintendo World Championships 1990, and he has a channel as well where he streams, a lot of different Tetris, and also, of course, the Nintendo World Championships. Highly, highly, highly recommend checking it out. And wow, that's just, just totally wasted way too much health. But we can go over to the vending machine over here. It's definitely one of those games where it just takes some learning to figure out where everything is, but otherwise it's like a huge maze. I think I heard someone get off the elevator. There we go. One of the things that you keep dropping when you get hit is the radio, and it's so weird. It's like, why would you drop that? Just from taking damage. If John McClane can take that many bullets without having to worry about it, I don't understand why he always has to drop things when he gets hit. Otherwise, though, it seems like we've probably figured out most of what we need to do. We just need to not die next time we get to the lower part of the building. And is there anything on this floor worth worrying about? Probably not. I could do this, though. Never hurt to get more health. So the thing about the machine gun is you have to stop moving and then press the A button. And then while you're holding the A button, you can then press the control pad to kind of change the direction, which allows you to do the spray, but it can be kind of tricky to pull off sometimes. Again, because I think there's that lag, where there's for some reason too many bullets on screen, so it doesn't let you shoot anymore. It's kind of annoying, but let's see what else we got here. Okay, so this time, there was a rocket here last time, and again, I don't know exactly what that rocket was supposed to do. All I know is that it's no longer there, and we have not yet picked up anything like the key or the detonators yet, so we'll see how that ends up going. Not sure how you're supposed to know exactly which enemies have those things. That guy's body is still there, which is interesting. I thought they disappeared faster than that. Lock 1 is down. And going into here, we don't have the blueprints this time. Although I think that they're still on this floor somewhere, which again, still not really sure what exactly the blueprints do. Considering I don't think we've ever gotten down to the 5th floor. So there's the rocket. Again, not sure what the rocket does exactly. All I know is that we have it at this point. And here again are these blueprints. Looks like it's for the 5th floor, and there's a main computer, and taking it out could slow them down, but then I had more than enough time last time, so like, is that even important? Doesn't seem to be the case. And once again, I don't think I have the key yet. But going over to this door, and then going back from it, hopefully the person will appear. It's funny when you think about it, like, what kind of building is this that just has a really random, winding hallway for no good reason? Oh, and this is probably the guy who has the key. Looks like it, so there we go. Gotta get the rocket back. We can now go to the roof. I'm out of foot power, so holding B when you're out of foot power still makes you go a little bit faster, but like, not significantly. Oh, the whole foot power system is really annoying. See, that's the thing. I'm wondering if it's a typo too, and if it actually means the 35th floor. We can go check out the 35th floor after this. I'm actually gonna probably drop into the vent here anyway, which is something I typically do. I don't know if it's actually required. Like, if there's just things that you can't get to without going into the vent. I think there probably is, but it's not like that significant. Alright, so we have the radio, so we can call the police, which again, I don't think it's that important. It just kind of... the officer will show up and let you know where the terrorists are located. So we're on the 35th floor now. And one thing you can do is you can go to the left and right while in the vent, but I've never had a situation where dodging in the vent was necessary. So yeah, I guess there is that main computer room on the 35th floor. Maybe next time we go up there, I'll try blowing it up with the C4 or something like that. That's a good idea. Hello, Edric, 9128-2. I probably said that wrong. 91,282. We just had the debate a little bit earlier in the chat of, is this a Christmas movie? I love watching it around Christmas. I'll watch it any time of the year, honestly. You know, but of course, particularly during Christmas, it tends to be on TV. So yeah, definitely, you know, a fun movie to watch then as well. But yeah, the original Die Hard is an absolute classic. I wasn't nearly as a fan as much of the other ones. Even the second one, like, it's a good movie, but I don't think you can beat the premise of the first one. It's just so classic. Okay, so I've already lost my my machine gun anyway. Like, what's the point of going into this vent? It pretty much just lets you go places you've already been. Here's back to the 32nd floor, which doesn't seem to have too much going on. So yeah, I pretty much accomplished nothing, and I don't have my machine gun anymore. So next time I probably just won't climb into the vents. So we're gonna go all the way back to the 35th floor then. And we'll see if I can blow up that computer. So that's the sound of the police showing up, I think. And again, all they really let you do is know where the terrorists are and such. So anyone on this floor? I didn't really check the upper rooms. There's a guy. Yeah, the terrorists really, you know, aren't conservative with their bullets, so that's why when you have the machine gun, it's really nice to just kind of be able to go crazy on them too. Yeah, I don't think there's like any point to going into any of these rooms up here. So I'll go up to the 34th floor. I'll give it a quick check. Again, I don't think there's really anything up here. 35th floor, south side. Okay, so I was about to go into that room. That's probably where the most important thing in the whole game was. Actually, now that I think about it, I did forget to go back down to the 31st floor. I don't think we checked that out yet. So we'll go down there after we check the south side of here. There's actually a couple guys up here. One of them dropped some health, so I appreciate that. And I was stunned right there, so I wasn't able to move. But we can get all of our stuff back. And man, I am just so slow. Okay, so if we assume that that's a typo, and it actually meant 5th floor, can we use the C4? See, I can't select the C4, even though I clearly have 3 of them there, by pressing the select button. Maybe if I throw one of these, can I select it now? No. Yeah, I don't know. Something feels unfinished about this game. It's really silly. But yeah, I can't select the C4, so I guess we're not going to find out if I can blow up that computer or not. It's pretty silly. But with that, I guess we'll go down to the first floor and just hope that maybe at some point I can select the C4. The game decides to start working. And that signal indicated that another lock was just undone. So can I use... So the police armored car explodes as the rocket slams into it, but I have the rocket. So like, I can understand the logic if you find the rocket, they don't use it to blow up the police car, but... I mean, that's never, like, not happened, because I always have the rocket, and yet the car still explodes, so I got that. I have one pistol bullet left, which is kind of a problem. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm out of ammo, I think. Oh, I somehow got my ammo back. It's kind of weird. Although I would like to get that guy so I can get the machine gun. Yeah, when he's spraying you, but you can't spray back, it's kind of the worst. Okay, so we're down to 1 health. I'd like a little bit more if possible, but I guess we'll have to make do right now. And now let's get on the elevator. Did it activate? And I'm toast. So like, wow, like I did so much worse that time. I guess it just comes down to, you know, luck in a way, if you get hit by the spray or not. Leaving a trail of destruction. I don't think it matters too much. The building's pretty much destroyed anyway. It's kind of an invitation to just go nuts, I guess. Alright, we'll give this one more serious try. At least one more. Hopefully everyone's having fun. Thank you once again everyone who's joining me tonight. Hope you're all having an excellent evening. And, okay, I'm doing a decent job of dodging. But just, like, well, no, I don't appreciate the stun gun. Or the stun bomb. Say that. Why is that guy so easy to hit? Then the machine gun guy, he's just nuts. All right, wow. Take some expert maneuvering to get through that there. I'll grab that, and we'll go over to the elevator. And yeah, like when they spray you like that, there's just pretty much nothing that you can do to dodge it. And then the door closes before you have a chance to get in. It's really annoying. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, let's put all the Die Hard references into the chat. And wow, I'm just literally stuck in the middle of like those 4 guys getting destroyed. Okay. Like, look at this! Look at this! That's what I'm talking about, like, the luck. Like, sometimes you just get stuck in an ambush like that, and there's pretty much nothing you can do but just take 40 bullets to the chest. You know, John McClane's so tough that it doesn't even really faze him. And, you know, drinking some Coca-Cola totally just, you know, recovers all his wounds, but otherwise, I don't know what exactly you're supposed to do in situations like that. You pretty much just have to suck it up. Alright, so we got more guys here. And I don't, like, how come he fit between all that? But there we go. And see, in that situation right there, I thought I should have shot more bullets. And you get stunned for so long. Alright. Now, which setup do we have? Because sometimes there's health in here and sometimes there's not. So, we have a setup where there's not health in there. Good to know, I guess. 34th floor. Yeah, well, that's where I am right now. Damien Goodwin, thank you very much for subscribing. Greatly appreciate that. Hope you're having an excellent evening. Welcome to the party, pal. Excellent, Rich Ambler. Another classic Die Hard quote. And of course, there's the one that's, you know, it's not age appropriate, I suppose. Die Hard's definitely an interesting choice for an NES game. I mean, there were actually parts of the movie that sometimes when you watch it on TV, they cut them out because I think it's like, you know, a little bit 18 plus going on there. But, you know, an NES game, why not, right? There's some other NES games too where it's like, you know, that's not really, you know, kid-friendly source material, and yet there it is. A game that's, you know, it's gonna be like featured in Nintendo Power or something like that. Why not? Of course, back before there was an ESRB, who needs those guys? I can decide what games to play on my own. I was playing GoldenEye in like grade 2, and I think I turned out just fine. Did this game sell well back in the day? It's pretty rare and obscure, so I'd say it probably wasn't the best seller. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. Exactly. I was watching, man, it was a couple months ago now, Liar Liar on TV. It's a pretty good movie. It's probably one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. And there's not really that much in Liar Liar that's like that, you know, risque. And yet, they edited it for TV for some reason. The part where he's in the bathroom and he's like, I'm kicking my ass. Well, he says, I'm kicking my butt. And it's like, why would you ever have to edit that for TV? Who's going to be offended by that? So yeah, sometimes the changes made for syndication are kind of questionable. Yeah, Mortal Kombat pretty much forced the rating system for sure. There was like court hearings and everything about that one. So like, I don't know if there's any reason to go into the vent, so I think this time we're probably gonna skip it. Yeah, man, when you're out of foot power, you just go so slow. And we're down to 25 crooks, so I mean, we've only really taken out 15. It feels like so many more than that. But we're just gonna kind of slog along here. What do I have? I have all those things. And again, we've never seen a chance to get the detonators. Ever since that first playthrough. Wow, I cannot run, so this is just not working in my favor at all. Thank you very much. Okay. So we're gonna get that, that, and that. And that sounded like the elevator. So there we go. And again, even though I have C4, I cannot select it for some reason by pressing the select button. Yeah, this game probably could have used another couple of weeks in testing, I think. Hello, Alexander Oglesby. How are you? I'm doing quite well this evening. I appreciate everyone taking the opportunity to join me here, even though I know it's a little bit late. This definitely just kind of felt like the game that, you know, spooky, played in, you know, the evening. Doesn't really feel like the most afternoon kind of game, I suppose. Alright, so we got these guys. Kind of take them down. Gotta get the rocket back. There's another one. You can kind of shoot right through the tree. Sometimes things in this game provide kind of like cover. But, you know, not the Christmas tree. You can shoot right through that. Okay, so now we have detonators. So that's what that green thing I used to keep dropping was that kind of looked like a grenade. I don't know why there kind of looks like a melted, something melted. I don't really know what. But alright, so we have the detonators now. So now they can't blow the roof up, which is probably a good thing. Yes, thank you, Shane M. Yeah, I definitely agree. This definitely feels like a more evening type game. And as I mentioned earlier, like, it's kind of strange how you can't see the whole map at once, but I think it's kind of spooky how, you know, you can't really see a room until you enter it. It's kind of neat. There, this one I think has this. So down to 20 crooks still. There's still quite a few guys around. I think what we're probably going to do is farm at the elevator for a little bit. Let's see if we can just keep making people appear here. Oh wow, I was totally anticipating that. I have 249 machine gun bullets. Don't think we need to be too worried about conserving those. Can I select the C4 now? Yes, I can. What exactly changed? I have no idea, but now we're going to go up to the 35th floor and see if we can finally destroy that computer. Because we have that blueprint, which again, no idea what that blueprint at the bottom left is supposed to be showing. But guess we'll, you know, see if we can decipher it. The Die Hard movies, the first one is absolutely my favorite. I have seen the first 4. I can't even tell you how many there are these days. They kind of just keep coming out. You know, Bruce Willis needs work, so they keep making Die Hard movies, I guess. But of course, of the first 4 that I've seen, the first one is my favorite. I like that Hans's brother, question mark? Is that how they're related? Comes back in the 3rd one? I like continuity like that. But I mean, you can't go wrong with the first one. So, I think there's also stairs here. But I don't think they're really useful for much. You can like go up to the 31st floor and you get stuck in this kind of spot here, which I don't think is really good for anything. That door, does that mean that there's someone using that door? Can I place like a C4 here and blow them up? I did too! Ha! That's awesome! Well, that was lucky anyway. But, yeah, so that doesn't really help us get up any higher than that. And then it brings us here, which this door can only be opened from the other side for some reason. And yeah, that's those stairs, which otherwise don't seem to have any purpose. Well, there's only 5. I could swear that there was like even another one that I hadn't seen, but okay, interesting. Now that's too bad that you know, they're kind of letdowns now, but a series, I guess, you know, can't go on forever and still be good and fresh. Alright, so we're gonna try and go up to the 35th floor now. Yeah, I think that the perspective is cool too. Overall, I have to say that for like a movie-based game, it's good, and especially since it really tries to follow the story of the movie, it does a pretty decent job of that, I think. But yeah, here's where I destroyed that guy through the wall. That's kind of funny. But, alright. Now I gotta take the stairs up another floor. Yeah, who knows now with Hollywood, like, what movies are gonna get made. Plans are just gonna be shuffled all over the place in terms of, you know, what gets made and what doesn't. It'll be very interesting to see what happens from here. So there's 2 more guys. I think I missed that one up there. Yeah, he's kind of on the other side of the wall now. But that took care of him, and 15 to go. Yeah, alright, so it was his brother. Hello, Christian Alvey, welcome! Very nice to see you. So let's see, can we blow up this? It did too! Wait, why? What just happened? I used C4 earlier and it didn't do that? Why did it? I don't understand. Why it destroyed me. Ugh. Welcome to the olden days of video games when it was pretty much trial and error. Nothing is ever actually explained to you. Animated shows definitely seem to be still going well. I heard that Simpsons wasn't slowed down at all. Because, like, again, you can just kind of do the voices from anywhere and I guess, you know, bring all the pieces together. But absolutely, you know, real life movies definitely are being affected by this. But wow. I don't even know what to say to that. I was doing, I think, pretty decent. And I tried to blow up the computer and it blew up me. So, and with the way that I was hobbling because I was out of foot power, there was no way I was able to, you know, even get out of that room in time. So, well, we're learning anyway. It seemed to do something with the computer. But as time is never even an issue, it's like, I don't even know why I need to worry about destroying the computer for more time. Alright, so let's do this again. We're getting closer every time, I think. I mean, it's funny, because the very first time was like the only time so far we've actually made it to the part where we kind of rappel off the building. But hopefully, with all we've learned, we're once again approaching a point where we can do that again. I know there's another guy on this floor somewhere. Hopefully he comes to me, rather than me having to go find him. Oh, I was anticipating there being someone in there. Alright, well, oh, there they are. Alright. Yeah, there were also some Die Hard games on the PlayStation as well. Overall, the Die Hard games are pretty decent. This one, again, gets kind of a bad rap because the Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed it, and people always think that, you know, things he reviews are actually terrible. Where if you look at a lot of things like Ninja Turtles and such, he's definitely reviewed some games that are a lot of fun as well. But yeah, I don't know if as a kid, I mean, as a kid, I probably would have been pretty happy to own this game. It's tough and pretty cryptic, but that's like par for the course for NES games, so it's not like I would have felt like, you know, it's not as advertised. Die Hard was, you know, no cakewalk for John McClane in the movie either, I suppose. So so see, compare this this go of this floor to the last time I did it, where I lost like half my health. This time I have so much health, I don't even feel like blowing up the vending machine. It would be such a waste. Well, there's another hit anyway, so that takes me to 3 damage, and the vending machine heals 4. So I'll probably just leave it for now. We'll come back and get it when I actually need it. Alright, no one on it that time. Yeah, it definitely looks pretty decent for an NES game, at least around 1990-ish, I think, so pretty middle game there, not early days and not really like the super late 1994 days either. And yeah, Simpsons is still going, what is it, 35 now? 34 season? It's definitely overstayed its welcome. I am such a big fan. Personally, people say it died after the 10th season. I'm willing to give it up to the 15th, where like not every episode's a major hit, like in the golden years, but there's definitely some episodes, probably around up to around season 15, where I can still say I really enjoy the show. Yeah, it's definitely a game that, you know, the Angry Video Game Nerd plays it, and it intrigues you. Now look at this, I'm getting destroyed! And, you know, there's not really much you can do about it, you're just stuck against the wall there. I definitely think it's worth a play. If you like games that are, you know, not too clear on what exactly it is you're supposed to do. Now see, I'm trying to shoot myself. Not literally like, you know, shoot myself, but I mean, I'm trying to shoot. And because there's so many other bullets on screen, I think it was stopping my bullets from showing up, which is kind of unfair. But yeah, I definitely recommend everyone checking this game out. It's totally worth it. Now I'll have to come back down here and get this. I just had a message held for review because it has the A word in it. But I mean, I guess I appreciate it, YouTube. Thanks for trying to block out spam. That's a joke from the Angry Video Game Nerd review, though. I definitely recommend checking it out. Wario Woods was the final NES game released in 1994, with Zoda's Revenge Star Tropics 2 actually being the second last NES game also released in 1994. But yeah, the NES definitely had quite a decent life, which I appreciate because I love the NES. The games are simple, and obviously, you know, Super Nintendo looks better, but I really like seeing what some companies were able to do with the 8-bit technology they had available. Alright, so we've got stuck in super slow mode now because we're out of foot power, which is never fun. We're just kind of hobbling our way to the thing. I'm pretty sure I got what was in here. No, I didn't. I'm starting to get all my different playthroughs mixed up now. This is kind of an easy thing to do, considering it's kind of samey, but kind of not at the same time. And again, sometimes there's a guy in here, sometimes there's not. And I'm missing 5 health, so it makes sense to grab this. Only the 32nd season? Wow, I thought Simpsons was way farther ahead than that. Interesting. I'll definitely watch reruns when they're on. I typically won't watch episodes from the newer seasons, but again, if it's like something up to around season 15, I'll probably still watch it. 2004, for whatever reason, for me feels like the year where Simpsons just really changed. It doesn't feel like the same show after that point. Of course, everyone's welcome to their opinions. I'd be interested in seeing if you thought that the older episodes weren't funny, or if you don't think that the newer episodes are funny. Of course, if you don't think either are funny, that's fine too. And again, there was no guy up here this time with the key. I've never had that happen, I don't think. Odd, I even checked the door and everything. Okay, so guess we'll go back downstairs and just, you know, pray that we get the key at some point. And again, it'd be nice to get those detonators. If there's one problem with this game, it's that because of the way that things are randomized, you just don't feel like you have much control. And, you know, figuring out, you know, where you should go and who you should be defeating. It's really odd. Okay, so does this guy have the key? Is it kind of meshed in with all the items he had? Nope, he didn't have the key. Oh, anymore. Yeah, okay, so there you go. The old Simpsons is, of course, excellent. And I mean, again, if someone disagrees with that, that's fine too. But you don't find too many people, I think, who don't find the old episodes of Simpsons funny. Yeah, Tetris and Mario's Picross are absolutely awesome. I have actually a video on my mind I've been thinking of making in relation to a story I have from when I was a kid in relation to puzzle games. I was thinking of actually making that today, but it didn't end up happening, so I'll probably end up making that video soon. It's a story from when I was younger and I bought a game that wasn't the game I expected it to be. And yeah, you'll see where the relation to puzzles comes in. But like, look at that, just getting spammed with bullets, and you just can't really dodge them. I do appreciate that the hitboxes are pretty generous. Ah, there's the detonators. Okay, so that stops the building from blowing up at some point, I think. And again, I'm stunned. I can't do anything. And I'm stunned again. But I think I left that vending machine untouched on the 33rd floor, maybe? So we'll go get the health from that. Yeah, I don't think that there was an English version of the Picross on Super Nintendo. There's Mario's Picross on Game Boy, which had an English translation, but yeah, I don't think that the Super Nintendo version ever had it, so even if it's in Japanese, it's definitely still nice that people on Nintendo Switch Online this month have the opportunity to give it a shot, I think. When it comes to playing classic games, I'm getting all my words mixed up here. That's just what happens at, you know, what time is it? After midnight. Thank you everyone again for joining me in this extremely late stream. I definitely prefer to play my games on original hardware. It's not like I won't play them on an emulator, I guess if I had to, but I definitely like playing the carts on their original consoles, of course, if the opportunity is available. That's the thing about time zones too, is that for some people it's like extremely late, and then for other people they're just like waking up in the morning. So there's always that inconsistency too, and I really appreciate having viewers from all over the world. So unfortunately, when it comes to streaming, finding a time that satisfies everybody or is good for everybody, it's just not really possible. Alright, here's a guy. What is that? 21? Like, that's not even half of them yet. I have used flashcards on original hardware. Yes, they are excellent for if you want to play, like ROM hacks and such. And I mean, if it's like a really obscure game, I don't see that there's really a problem with playing it on a flash cart if you have one. And again, I mean, that's a great way to play on the original hardware, even if you don't technically own the game. Where, you know, a game like Little Samson or something, I don't blame you for not wanting to pay $2,000 for that. So if you have a flash cart, you won't hear any complaining from me in that regard. Okay, here's some more guys. And again, I never did get the key. So I've never been able to go to the roof and call the police. Maybe the guy will appear now? Hello, Mario Castanon. Welcome tonight. Hope you're doing excellent. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Milesluigi. No, there wasn't any kind of ulterior motive for playing Die Hard. I love the movie. The game's definitely decent. I mean, it's a pretty darn good game, despite the fact that Angry Video Game Nerd's kind of given it a bad name in a sense, not intentionally. I mean, his video about it is very funny. But no, I just kind of had the itch to play it and thought it would be fun to stream. Best Christmas movie ever, absolutely. Yeah, see, like Pearl Jammer 7, I totally get that. And, you know, I'm not going to be like, I'm a game collector, and I think that anyone who doesn't play the original games on real hardware isn't a real gamer or something like that. Like, obviously not. It's like, you know, play the games in the way that you enjoy them, absolutely. And again, I think that, especially a flash cart, I think that playing games on original hardware is the best way to play them. I mean, if you want to play them a different way, that's fine, but I think that the best way to play them is on original hardware, and even if you can't get your hands on an original copy of the game, at least flash cart does allow you to have that original console experience. So where should I be going to get this key? The guy is just not appearing on the top floor to give me the key to the roof, and that's kind of a problem because I'm going to have to get to the roof to bungee cord down to the lower floors. So I don't know what I should be doing. Like, and I'm just dropping all my items here. How come you can shoot through the door all of a sudden? Oh, I think that was the sound of the elevator. Maybe I should go check that out. Yes, hopefully everyone is enjoying, what's it called? The Mario 3D All-Stars. Again, this is giving everyone an opportunity to finally try out the, you know, classic Mario games that maybe you didn't have a chance to play all those years ago. Hope everyone's having fun with that. And this is not a ROM hack, this is just the original game, and no! Oh, why am I getting worse instead of better? I mean, again, though, it seems to come down to luck. It's not like, you know, I can, what's it called? You know, get better at dodging literal bullet spray across the screen when you're getting bombarded by like 3 or 4 enemies at once. Wow. But this is the original copy of the game. Yeah, so I think we're definitely going to give that another try after I take a drink here. Hello, Walter Alvarez. Are there ROM hacks for this game? You can go to romhacking.net and search by game, and sometimes I just like doing that for fun to see what kinds of different things come up. It's funny, like, you won't expect the game to have a ROM hack, and it's like, oh, wow, okay. It's kind of cool that someone made this improvement hack, or, you know, maybe a difficulty hack or something like that. There is a Famicom version, I believe, yes. Yes, Pearl Jammer 7. I made a comment on Milesluigi's Discord channel about how I tried Mario Sunshine in All-Stars, and it just does not feel good, because in Sunshine you have that pressure-sensitive trigger button for shooting with FLUDD, and that just feels great. I hate how there's 2 separate buttons for shooting. One that allows you to shoot while moving, and one that, you know, keeps you still. As someone who just replayed Mario Sunshine on the GameCube, it's very strange. Maybe as someone who hasn't played the original, it won't feel so strange, but for me, it's very bizarre. Alright, I thought there was a guy around here somewhere. Oh, wow, I was really expecting someone there. Okay, so there's this guy. I need a machine gun, though. Oh, there, who's that? There's always a guy somewhere on this floor with a machine gun. And wow, I somehow got right between those bullets, and there we go. Now we're talking. And no damage on the 32nd floor. Excellent. No, how about nobody comes to here? Okay, someone's about to get off the elevator, I think. Yes, this game needs to be harder. I know, right? No, I do not own the PC version of Die Hard. I do not. Okay, so like here's that spam I'm talking about. How come they can shoot through walls? But it seems like I can't sometimes. And I'm trying to spray, but it's not working properly. Alright. And still not... Okay, there. Like, look how much health that just destroyed. By being ambushed on the 33rd floor. And like, that didn't even happen to me last time. And yet I still didn't do very well. But I was having that problem where I couldn't find the key anyway. So hopefully this time I can actually find the key to the roof. But look, his bullets are pretty much going through the walls. Ugh, okay. Whoa. Barely dodged that. Wow, so there are ROM hacks for this game. Interesting. It modifies things like time limit and health? Cool. What do I think of Nintendo suing, like, ROM websites? Ugh. I mean, it's obviously something that they're doing because they think that by ROMs being out there, it's gonna, like, you know, not be as much of an incentive for people to sign up for Nintendo Online. You know, where they're obviously trying to still bank on 30-year-old games at this point. Personally, I think just let people enjoy the games, and people will know that I absolutely love the ROM hacking community, and just seeing what people can do with these old games. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand why Nintendo's doing it, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, how cheap do you have to be? I wish that Nintendo... Alright, here's my final say on that. I wish Nintendo would focus more on creating new and fun and incredible games, rather than always trying to bank in on their old ones, but that's just every industry these days, right? Like, you know, remake movies, re-release movies on their streaming service and such. There's just so little innovation these days because all these companies have built up these giant repertoires that they're still trying to bank off of, rather than having any, you know, incentive to actually make new good things. So, I wish that people would stop focusing so much on their old products and make some new good ones. Like, I really wish that it didn't have to be every generation pretty much meant one Mario game, one Zelda game, you know, one game from every series. I'd love to go back to the days where you get, like, you know, 6 Mega Man games, 3 Mario games, and a partridge in a pear tree on every console. Like, those were the days, man. Even if they obviously weren't as advanced as they are these days. Like, Nintendo, make another Pixel Mario game. I would so buy that. In, like, the vein of the Mario Advance 4 e-reader levels, I would love a game like that. Yeah, copyright law needs to be changed. Like, they keep extending it and extending it and extending it. It used to be that you could base newer works off of older works. Like, look at Disney. They're literal, like, all their original works are just taking old fairy tales and stuff and animating them. And they could do that because the copyright law allowed it. Things had gone into the public domain, and Disney did what they could do. But, you know, now it's just, everything's so tight, and it's such a pain. So yeah, you won't be hearing any, I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed to say on video. Everything can be held against you, but, you know, if you're someone using a flashcard to play your games, yeah, I'm not gonna look down on you. I guess, you know, that's the moral of my story. You can read between the lines as much as you want there. And wow, I can't tell if I was being hit by that or what. Ugh. Like, there. Alright, so otherwise, I have the radio. Can we call the police from up here? Police! Someone is playing games on a flashcard, hurry! No. That's what Die Hard was all about. Someone didn't, you know, pay full price for their 30-year-old Nintendo games. Alright, so Lock 2 is open and the police have showed up. Thank you so much, Pearl Jammer 7. Like, I just want people to have fun. I want people to have fun playing video games. I just want the world to be a happy place. And I think, lately, it seems so hard to see that. What's my favorite Game Boy Advance game of all time? Oh, that's not even a question. Mega Man Battle Network 3, absolutely. It's probably my favorite game of all time. Mega Man Battle Network 3, I love the Battle Network series overall. And I recently mentioned that Star Tropics was my favorite NES game, and someone said, well, you know, it's not your favorite game of all time, as I absolutely love Star Tropics, and the problem, I mean, it's not so much a problem. I mean, it's a classic game. Star Tropics is a fairly short game, and once you know how to beat it, you know how to beat it. And there's not too much replayability, so it's a fantastic game, but it does lack in those areas, obviously, because, I mean, it's what you get back in the NES days. But in terms of Mega Man Battle Network, I could play it all day, every day, and there's just so much replayability in terms of collecting all the chips, and, you know, there's competitive play as well, and the music, the gameplay, the graphics, the story, the characters. I love everything about Mega Man Battle Network, and 3 is the height of all of that, in my opinion. Yeah, New Super Mario Bros. 3, exactly. Like, I would love that. Sonic Mania is awesome. Not sure why, you know, they're not making more Sonic Mania-ish games. I guess they don't, you know, want to wear everybody out. But, like, if Nintendo did that too, you know, make, like, a new Mario game with sprite art, or something like that. Like, oh, that would be so great. And maybe release, like, a couple of those a year. Because, see, the problem is that there's no, you know, quote-unquote portable console anymore, where Nintendo could release games that weren't like, you know, triple... Stop! Oh, God! Oh, I lost like half my health just by being in this room. Okay, my train of thought was, where Nintendo used to be able to go to the portable console and release things like Mario Land 1 and 2, or Wario Land games, like the Wario Land games, oh, they are so good. Want to talk about Game Boy Advance games? I love Wario Land 4, excellent. And you know, those didn't have to be the most expensive games to make and such, because, oh, shoot. I just got so bombarded, and that's all it takes is like one bombardment and you lose all your health. If I could beat Mario 3 without 1 hour, without warping, what's the world record, like 50-something minutes? I could potentially give it a shot. But that's the thing, is that because Nintendo had that portable console, you got games that didn't have to be like AAA grade. They could get their, you know, non-main teams to work on them, and they didn't have to be super high budget, and they could release multiple of those a year. Like, there's 3 Wario Land games on the Game Boy, and of course 4 on the Game Boy Advance and stuff. Like, that was great, but now that everything has to be HD, widescreen, the most best graphics ever and everything, it has to be 60 hours long, there's just no room to make games that aren't, you know, AAA standards anymore for a company like Nintendo. I think that's such a shame, because a game doesn't have to be, you know, the highest everything in order to be good. So, honestly, that's why I feel like it's just so much fun to go back and play the retro games, and of course discover retro games that I never had the chance to play back in the day, because they don't have to be that super high standard that people seem to think that anything other than that these days isn't a good video game. We need a new Wario World? I'll take any kind of Wario game. Like, even the Wii had Wario Land Shake It, which is my favorite Wii game, and it's great. It's, again, you know, just that callback to that classic platforming that didn't have to be, you know, Nintendo's A-team making it. It's just a fun game. Alright, so, kinda getting really beat up on this playthrough. Can't say I, you know, really like that. I'm getting lots of comments. I'm trying my best to read them all. I'm very sorry. If I don't respond to a comment where you ask a question or something like that, please feel free to post it again. I'm trying my best to, you know, not get destroyed by a barrage of bullets while also answering things in the comments. Okay, so I've read a whole bunch of comments, and I'm gonna try my best to respond to them all. Yeah, so like, if New Super Mario Bros. Had just stayed on portable, I agree that it kind of started to take over the, you know, home consoles as well. Like, I'm not personally a big fan of New Super Mario Bros. Wii or Wii U, yet I really like the original DS one. Man, the original DS one was so good. It was like the first time there was actually a traditional side-scrolling Mario game in 10 years at that point. I'll never forget how excited I was for that game that came out, to come out. I would check Nintendo's website every day for new updates. You know, back before there was kind of just like a hub or a YouTube where you could go and get all your game-related news, you would actually go to the game's official website. And I just remember every single morning before school, I would check the new Super Mario Brothers website to see if there was any new information on there. That's how excited for that game I was. And I really like Mario, New Super Mario 2, but I like the raccoon suit returning in 2D Mario. And not like the fake raccoon suit, that's really just the Tanuki suit that you get in like the 3D World Series. But we're talking the real raccoon suit where you can fly, and Mario doesn't look like Tanuki Mario. I love that. Well, that was a good shot on both those two guys. So that was pretty good. And yes, I have played the original Wario Land game. I've played all 6 Wario Land games. So the numbered ones, 1 through 4, the Virtual Boy Wario Land, which is literally the reason I bought a Virtual Boy back in the day, and it kind of got me to start video game collecting, because that was one of the very first things I ever did, was collect the complete set of Virtual Boy games, which actually wasn't too difficult to do back in the day, but these days, it's very expensive if you want to try and get them all. This Jack Bros is just like 10 times the price it was back in 2006 when I bought it. Yeah, $500 for a PlayStation 5. I agree. I'm not really an early adopter of consoles. I don't actually own a PlayStation 4. So, like, yeah, like, it just... I feel like let things come out, let their prices go down, let them refine the console a bit. It could have problems where it overheats or something like that in its earlier days, and then get it. Like, there's not usually a rush or a reason where you have to get it first day. In Canada, a typical game is already $80. It's absolutely awful. So, yeah, I totally feel that. You know, the price of games seems to be going up every single generation, where Wii games were usually $60 at most, maybe even $50. And that's another thing about portable consoles too, is that it used to be that DS games were $30. And then the 3DS games were $40. And then a little bit later in the 3DS's life, they became $45. And then a little bit later in the 3DS's life, they became $50. Because, I mean, the Canadian dollar was always kind of fluctuating, and there was a time where the Canadian dollar was actually worth more than the American dollar. Those were great days, but now we're down to being worth like 70 cents on the American dollar, so everything is more expensive here. Will I ever play Wario Land on my channel? Sure, I don't see why not. It definitely happen someday. Again, I just love the series, and I've played them all. They're all excellent games. I really like the Wario Land 1 and 2 style, where it plays more like a Super Mario game with the blocks that you hit for power-ups, finding the treasure and stuff. So yeah, Virtual Boy, Wario Land, and Wario Land 1 are excellent. Wario Land 2 and 3 are then, you know, a separate category, where you can't die in most circumstances. Maybe at like the boss of the game you can. But otherwise, it's mainly about, you know, solving puzzles and finding treasure, and that system is very fun as well. And then you have the next set of Wario Land games, 4 and Wario Land Shake It, where it kind of mixes all the styles together. Starting to lose my voice. Where, you know, you're finding treasure, but then you also have a health system, so that there is some consequence to taking damage. And I appreciate that too. I like there to be, you know, a little bit of reason to not just take a million hits other than just losing coins, which in Wario Land you don't typically need anyway because there's so many coins all over the place. Yeah, see, I totally get that, Alexander. I totally get that. Games are just getting way too expensive. I don't personally do that much modern gaming myself, just because, like, you know, the prices are so up there. Yes, Milesluigi, WarioWare Gold was an excellent game. Kind of combined all the mini-games from all the other WarioWare games. That's another series that's really disappeared, WarioWare. The first one will always be my favorite, and I do very much intend to play some WarioWare on my channel. See if we can set some high scores in the original game. Beat my, you know, childhood high scores. I thought that'd be a fun thing to do on a stream, just haven't gotten around to it yet. But look forward to that. But otherwise, yes, WarioWare excellent series. And how am I supposed to get that guy? I walk into the door, I get shot, and I get pushed back out the door. Oh, behind me. Alright, okay. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that guy still stuck inside that room. Oh, there he came. Okay. And I got hit. I don't think that the flash bomb does any damage. So, at least we did that. Thankfully, there's some way to heal foot power on this floor. So, we just gotta slowly get closer to that. So, I'm on the 35th floor. I can't even get to where I need to on this floor. I don't think I'm gonna be going all the way up there anytime soon. But thank you everyone for the discussion about modern consoles. That's a lot of fun. And yeah, games are just getting so expensive, but then people will look back at like magazine ads from back in the day where like Earthbound was like $80 and you know, converted for modern day currency, that's like $120. So I get that in the past games were expensive as well, but I don't know, it just feels like they're more expensive these days for some reason. It's weird. And the armored car is toast. Again, not sure why that matters, but it's toast, everyone. I think there's some health in the corner over here I didn't get. Honestly, again, all the playthroughs are just kind of combining together now. Yay! Yeah, today is a new expensive. I mean, the price of everything is going up, like, but it's going up way faster than the rate of inflation, so I don't know. There's a lot of problems with the prices of things and everything today. Find something that there's not a problem with. You'll be up all night. Okay, so where's the guy up here? How did I not shoot him? Alright, bullet spray all over the place. Is that the elevator I just heard? Alright. So I typically try not to walk across the glass because I think it reduces your foot power. And if you don't have any foot power, it might even hurt you. So I just kind of steer clear and take the long way around. How many guys are left? 14. Oh, wow, somehow squeezed between that. PS3 was an excellent console. I still use my PS3 all the time for, you know, it's a great media player, has some excellent games. 3D Dot Game Heroes, probably my favorite PlayStation 3 game. It's a shame it didn't sell too well. Or else maybe it would have seen a sequel or something like that. Funnily, I think it sold better in North America than it did in Japan. Not sure why Japan didn't like it. It was also ripe with all sorts of retro gaming references and stuff too, so... But yeah, 3D Dot Game Heroes, definitely worth checking out if you haven't. I think that was the elevator again. Alright, only 10 crooks left. Interesting. And what are we at? Lock number 4. Alright. That should be 9 crooks. I'm gonna go back down to... the first, not the first floor, but the 31st floor. That's where we encountered the white shirt guy that time. I anticipated it too, and I won. Nice. Yeah, like the bullet spray is just so ridiculous. Okay, still can't go to the 30th floor, but we're going to 31 again. Yeah, I really hope that it's not too hard to get your hands on the Mario Game & Watch. That would be, like, such a Nintendo thing if supply was really limited. But let's just hope that everyone who wants one can get one. I'm really excited for Mario 35 coming out soon. Expect me to be streaming that. But again, why does it disappear on March 31st? I understand that it's the end of Nintendo's fiscal year, but like, so what? After that it just becomes lost media or something? Like, that doesn't seem very fair. Like, Tetris 99 never disappeared. Gunsmoke on NES. I love Capcom shooters like 1943. Gunsmoke may be a game we'll have to play someday as well. But I can definitely see what you're talking about with the way that the guns are and stuff. It definitely has that feel to it for sure. Alright, if the police would like to notify me where I can find some bad guys, that'd be appreciated. Well, thank you. I appreciate that you want to see me play so many different games. I'd love to play games. Yeah, just about having the time to play them all, for sure. Streaming's really nice, I'm not gonna lie, because just there's so much time that can be spent editing videos. Where streaming, it's just like, I can play, and then it's on YouTube, and those who want to watch it can watch it. I understand that, you know, watching a 2-3 hour stream can be kind of a slog, but... you know, at least it's there for those who want to enjoy it, and hopefully this feels, you know, random game of the day-ish, which is the feeling I was hoping to get. Whoa, that's weird. Through streaming things like this. Where did he go? Did I get him? No, he went off screen. Shoot! How did he go between all those bullets? Okay, I gotta get this detonator back. Is he in this room again? Okay, there we go. So now someone's on the 32nd floor, south side. And I am just so slow. Am I getting even slower? Like, wow, if I got that guy on the 32nd floor, I'd be down to only 5 crooks left. That'd be fascinating. I wish I could get some health somewhere, though. I think I got all the vending machines, right? Random stream of the week, I like it. Oh, wow, okay. Take this can. 5 crooks left with 3 health. How do you even do this? Can't even pick that up because I think I have too many of them. Okay, so seems like I probably just want to blow some time now, because again, it doesn't seem like there's much you can do until like all the locks are open and the vault is open. Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy 2 should have been included. You should have included the old Mario All-Stars on it too. Like, I know it's on Nintendo Online, but it would have been neat if that was also included on the cartridge, so if you didn't have online, you could still play it. And I would have liked to have seen Mario 64 be widescreen, or have at least a couple of improvements to it. Yeah, I think that the bundle is disappointing. I'm happy that for the people... No, I kind of cut it up in my video, where I talk about what my thoughts were on the Mario 35th anniversary announcements. And I got a lot of comments from people saying, you know, I never played it as a kid, so I appreciate this opportunity to do so. And for people who don't want to go the route of either getting an original 64, or of, you know, playing the ROM, I can understand that it's a nice bundle for those kinds of people, but it would have definitely been nice seeing them give it a few improvements. Like, they could have, like if, what's it called? If you can get a Crash Remastered Trilogy, and a Spyro Remastered Trilogy, there's no reason that Nintendo couldn't have put a little bit more effort in. And that's the thing too, again, you know, Mario 64 was already on the Virtual Console on the Wii for only $10. So, you know, the math doesn't add up. It's really bizarre. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for time to run out now. We're gonna go to the roof and see what we can do. Any second now. And then it turns into Christmas music. And now we can go up here. Okay, there's a whole bunch of cans, so I appreciate that. Wow, okay, so that's a whole bunch of health back. And now we can go around here. Why did the cans show up? I'm not gonna question it, but I mean, I don't even think those were there last time. So this is it, everyone, the final try. Is this actually gonna work this time? All right. Yeah, Nintendo's weird, and their games never go on sale. Like, I would still consider getting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, just to play online sometimes with people. Where am I? Okay. Like, how do you prepare for that? Where am I shooting? Like, why does it feel like I'm not shooting straight? Okay, can I get on this elevator and go somewhere? So now this is the 30th floor. Again, still no sign of the 4th floor. I'm gonna go up to the 31st floor, and I'm gonna go back down to the 30th floor, and see if that changes anything. But again, like, how are you supposed to deal with that bullet spam? All my items that had kind of sprayed everywhere have disappeared. Okay, so this is new territory anyway. Does any of this do anything? Is this the computer? Is this what it's talking about here? On the 30th floor for some reason? So where's the white shirt guy? Where's the white shirt guy? I'm out of machine gun bullets? Really? Alright. And that's how it ends. I'm getting a huge blister on my thumb, which is a thing that happens with NES games, just because the control pad is kind of sharp. So sometimes when you're playing those intense games for a little while, you gotta give it a break sometimes. Yeah, like, I definitely think that digital releases should be less than physical ones, because again, they're not paying to have to, ship it, they're not paying to have to produce it, they're not paying to have someone else sell it for them. So again, that's just part of the whole shebang that we're being ripped off in some areas. Yeah, the online service could definitely use some work and all that jazz. Oh man. Nintendo is a very questionable company, and let's hope that going forward they change that a little bit. People say that when it comes to the Switch, they're a little bit disappointed because it feels like so many games are just missing so much potential. Where it started off so strong with Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, but people say that there could have been more to Animal Crossing, and there could have been more to Mario Tennis. There hasn't even actually been like a new Mario Kart game for the Switch, so it'll be interesting to see where things go from here. But here you go, here's the demo. Even the demo gets hit by the spray of bullets. Like, there's just nothing that you can do. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this though. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, that would be awesome. Zombie Ate My Neighbors on NES. If you enjoyed this, let me know what you think. Maybe we'll try it again sometime. I'll probably just play a whole bunch of random NES games in the future, and maybe we'll revisit it. But wow, this game is pretty rough. That's all I can say. Yeah, Nintendo definitely doesn't feel like they did in their glory days, that's for sure. I think GameCube was definitely when you could feel that they were trying the most. And yet, what was their reward? The GameCube didn't sell nearly as well as Xbox and the PS2. So, I guess they felt, why bother trying if people aren't gonna buy it? When of course there was other reasons for that, why people were focusing on those other two consoles more, but it does seem like that kind of, ruined the magic. Yeah, we'll definitely see about that, Alexander, and thank you so much, Shane. Thank you so much, everyone who joined this late night stream. It's almost 1 a.m. Eastern time. Hope you all have an absolutely fantastic evening, and hope to see you all soon. I might stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. We'll see. I hate making big stream plans because things can always change on the fly, but we'll see about that. Tomorrow, you might see from me again. Keep eye on here and on social media. So, thanks again, everyone, and hope you have an awesome night.